Assalamualaikum, welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome my YouTube family to your own channel which is Gul Knowledge Hub. Today's topic is very important topic because we are going to amalgamate two techniques in one technique. That's why I call it a brilliant technique. Because our whole attention is to increase our fluency, to get more and more words. But we haven't paid attention to this particular topic, which is to build our capacity, our capability and ability to speak on a particular time for a longer period of time. The result is that when we start our conversation, for example, if someone asks you a question, what's your favorite hobby? We simply say, my favorite hobby is gardening. We can't further continue and elaborate what gardening is, why it is my favorite hobby, what are the characteristics of gardening, why it is important to me, what kind of feeling it arises in myself. We can't describe the whole picture of gardening in front of the speaker. We just say my favorite hobby is gardening, my favorite hobby is book reading. We can't elaborate, we can't say why book reading is my favorite hobby, what are the benefits of reading book reading, and why I prefer to read book rather than any other hobby. We can't simply say it in a few lines, in few healthy lines. Everyone can say words, but saying the words in an appropriate and in a healthy environment is much more important. That is called our ability, that is called our capability and capacity. Today's topic is very much important because we are going to build our capacity, our capability and ability to speak on a particular time for a longer period of time. We will not run short of the words, because when we don't find the words, when we don't have the enough information and knowledge to convey on a particular topic, what happens next? We feel stutter, we feel run short of the words, and we feel that our mind goes blanks. And when these feelings are in front of our mind, we get nervous, we get frustrated, and hesitation is also the outcome of this particular result. So how to avoid all these negative feelings, negative emotions and frustration to get into our conversation? We should have to practice this brilliant technique. Why this is a brilliant technique? Because this is the amalgamation of two techniques. Amalgamation of two techniques, and standing in front of the mirror is compulsory to practice this technique. Let me say it very clear. You have to do it at any cost by standing in front of the mirror. Then apply this technique and you will see the amazing drastic result in your spoken English. And now, how to implement this technique, what is the name of that technique, and why it is so much important? Because in this way we will judge our capability, our ability, our capacity to speak for a much longer period of time. And if we can't speak for a much longer period of time, then we have to work on our knowledge, we have to work on our information building, knowledge building, and having a lot of ideas is very much important to have a confident English speaking on any topic. Because you can face the public, you can have a successful conversation in front of anyone if you have proper knowledge, if you have proper information. How to judge that you have proper knowledge, proper information before starting, before having any presentation? If you are having a presentation in your meeting, if you have a presentation in your office or in your school or college, how can you judge that you have the proper ability and capability and capacity to do that activity in the best possible manner? You have to practice it and you have to judge it, you have to check and analyze it before going to public, before having your presentation, or before speaking on a particular topic in your own home, before and by standing in front of the mirror. So let's begin our today's topic. And now this is divided into three particular durations, three particular times from beginner to advanced level, because it is very much important. I can't suggest you that you should start this technique and you should speak for so many hours. No, it's not possible. You have to set your smart goals, short goals, so that you have a feeling of achievement, you have the feeling of conquerness, and you have this feeling that I can do this very successfully. So what is the name of that technique? The name of that technique is set the timer. Timer technique. Set the timer. Timer technique is very much important. Why it is important? Timer technique will allow you to judge, to analyze your ability, your capacity, and your capability. That how much ability you have to speak on a particular time. If you can't speak for that particular time, it means that you have to work on your ability, you have to work on your information building, your knowledge building, your ideas building. So what is that technique and how to implement it, and what are those 3 time period which you have to follow in order to build it in an appropriate and effective way? Number 1, timer technique. Set a timer. First of all, my dear audience, you have to stand in front of the mirror. Standing in front of the mirror is compulsory, is mandatory to follow this timer technique, because you can follow any kind of technique. You can follow the talk to yourself technique or any of the shadowing technique, imitation technique, but why I am stressing on this particular technique, which is called standing in front of the mirror? Because standing in front of the mirror will allow you not only to judge your ability, capability and capacity, but it will also makes you able to judge what are your facial expressions, what is your body language. Because when your ability and your body language combines together, it gives you a confident personality. A confident personality is very much important to have a successful position in this society. So first of all, what you have to do, stand in front of the mirror, set a timer for 1 minute and speak. For example, if you are a single person, you are not married, you can think of the characteristics of the life partner you want to have in your life. Just think about the characteristics of that particular person and speak through your mouth for one period without any pause. You are not allowed to pause. You are not allowed to have any kind of pause. You have to practice, you have to speak continuously the characteristics of that person you want to idealize, you want to have in your life. The next thing, you can also discuss the position, the kind of environment you want to have in your workplace. It's best idea. Oh, it's an amazing thing to discuss what kind of environment you want to have, what kind of place you want to achieve in the society, why you want to achieve that place in the society, what are the characteristics of that place in the society. You have to discuss all these things in. Now set the timer for 2 minutes. Now this is another trick. Round 1 you have cleared, you have spoken for 1 minute. Now set the timer for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, it's longer from 1 minute. Now it's your liberty that you can take short pauses to think for and to recollect. I am not saying you are like a machine, you have to speak and speak and speak and speak. No, you are not a machine. You can take healthy pauses. You can, because pauses are also the reflection of your confident personality. It means that you are not a robot, you are not a machine, but if you are taking pause for a longer and longer period of time, and it will give you a very intimidating position. So take short, healthy pauses, think for a while, and just pause that you are gathering, so that your pause should be a reflection of your personality. Your pause should demonstrate that you are a very well-versed personality. You are not a robot. You are a very calm and composed personality. You are taking pause in order to recollect something, and it should arouse curiosity. Yes, it should arouse curiosity in front of your speaker. The next thing is that you have to speak for 3 continuous time. Now you can take the pause, but it's your own liberty that if you run short of the words, if you don't have the ideas, you have to repeat the same thing. Just try to speak on another topic. It's best possible than to repeat. You have to speak on another topic. It means that you are allowing yourself to speak and speak and speak and be familiar with yourself, what kind of words and vocabulary and language you are using. You have to focus it very much clearly, because simple words are much important, and if you can use very sophisticated words, it means that you are a literary word. But don't run for the flowery words, don't run for the complicated words, because if you are just searching for these words, your idea of conveying the proper information will be lost. So apply this technique and you will see the marvelous, amazing results in your spoken English. So if you like this video, kindly share and subscribe it. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.